I haven't heard anything from the 44th floor. How are they with this?
It's still the best soundbite ever. It is the Rock and Comedy Show. We are live, and you can check us out on Ustream. We're live there as well. Hello to the people watching and mad that they think J-Dub's in here smoking.
I am. Got my little e-cigarette going on.
You can give us a call, 702-600-4204, and tell us what's up. But right now, joining us in the studio, it is Rob Anderson. Rob first came up on the 44th floor where we were breaking world records and had the most magicians on in 1 hour.
We did, with Murray Salchuk and Mark Bennick and me and
Penny Wiggins.
Penny Wiggins was here.
Yeah.
David Copperfield stopped in.
Yeah.
Harry Houdini.
It was quick. Yeah. David Copperfield was in and out.
You never saw Houdini.
But Rob Anderson is here. He is a fun magician, fantastic magician.
That's what my website says. Fun magician, fantastic magician.
That's where I got it from. I've pulled it up. No, he's also got a very fun YouTube show. I like to call it a show.
It is, yeah. It's sure.
If there's more than one little video up there, then it becomes a show.
That's what the trend is now. Everybody, especially like the kids starting out. Listen to me. I sound like an old man. Hey, you kids on YouTube with the prank videos. And everybody's like, they walk up to people like, hey, you're on my YouTube show. And it's like, it's not a dude. You got a camcorder and a 4 videos.
I had a friend that was on hold for his mom the other day. She said, call this number and tell me when a live person comes on. And he's like, it keeps asking me to hit the pound sign. What's a pound sign? She goes, hashtag. It's like, that's terrible.
Kids. Work.
Hit hashtag 3 on your phone. Okay.
Let's get this trending. Yeah.
So it's good stuff. But
yeah, I'm glad you see my show though.
Yeah, no, I met you briefly at a party with Mark Bennick, and he introduced me to you because of my love that I have for Chris Angel.
Yes.
And you do a very great impression, a voice of Chris Angel.
By the way, it's an honor for you to meet Chris Angel.
Nice.
No, every time I've met Chris Angel, it has not been great.
Oh, so you've interacted with him?
A couple of times.
That. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
when I was a concierge for Vegas.com and we had to do a product knowledge of some of the shows coming out, we didn't know how to sell that Believe show. And
hard to believe.
Yeah. Well, it was great when we first saw it. One of the other concierges was like, I believe everybody's going to ask for their money back. So he came in to do this meet with us and tell us how we should describe the show. And he summed it up with, if they're a fan of my street magic, tell them it's completely different than that.
If they like what I do, tell them it's nothing like what I do.
Yeah, it's completely different. But you have a couple YouTube videos of some Chris Angel stuff that's very funny.
That's a really interesting story because I made like a few years ago. We saw Chris actually a lot of years ago now. It's been probably 5 or 6 years. Saw Chris when Believe was first opening. And it was my first trip to Vegas. Actually, my friend and I were here, and that's how the whole YouTube Chris Angel parody started back then. Because we hear he's going to make an appearance. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm a magician. I wasn't really doing it full time at all back then. And I was like, I'm a magician. He's a magician. I hear he's going to make an appearance. I'll go say hi to him and just mention that or whatever. Maybe just chat with him for a minute. And by appearance, he shows up at the hotel. It was Luxor, obviously, at the bar, with his entourage of bodyguards and cameras and stuff. He gets on top of the bar and tells everybody about his show for 3 or 4 minutes, and then hops down off the bar and goes into VIP, and that was the last we saw of him. I was like, well, so much for that. It was funny though because he talks about the show and stuff. He has the #1 magic show in Las Vegas. It's the number one magician of all time. So he's going on. But then he's like, and by the way, I'm no different than any one of you guys are. And then he gets off the bar and goes into VIP, and nobody can talk to him. I was like, I really want to meet Chris Angel. And they're like, you can if you buy a $300 table, you can come in. I was like, I don't want to buy a $300 table for that chance to talk. I just want to say hi to him. But so that was like we left there, and I'm kind of like joking around about it with my friend. I'm like, yeah, hey, I'm Chris Angel. I'm the #1 magician of all time. I'm in your mind. I'm gonna, I'm the #1 mind freak. So my friend said, hey, you can kind of do his voice. So it started from there. Went home, made a YouTube video, like joking around about him. My friend edited it, and it was after the editing, I will say it was pretty offensive after the editing was done. Like it was a fun video, but then when you have the stuff that was edited into it,
I invented a time machine. I went back in time and I met Houdini's mom.
Yeah, that was it. That was because I took the one that was offensive down. See, I heard he didn't like it. He actually got really mad about that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got really, really angry about that.
Oh.
And so we took that. It was not a quality video anyway, but it turned into, like, I do a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel. It's become just hidden camera magic now. But yeah, I've done a lot of stuff just in my regular stage show and like close-up show and even on YouTube with a lot of different celebrities. Chris Angel's not the only person I've parodied. I've done stuff with like Duck Dynasty, Anchorman. Chris Angel's like the one I'm known for though, because I've done several things with it. And the other stuff that I put out after that wasn't offensive, but it was fun. It was like the You're Welcome series where Chris Angel, tells everybody, tells the world you're welcome for all the stuff that he's done.
Because he invented the gift of flight.
He invented airplanes by traveling back in time and teaching two twin brothers how to levitate.
I love it.
Hence bringing on the invention of airplanes. Hence Chris Angel invented airplanes. You're welcome. So it was stuff like that. So those weren't offensive though. The one originally was probably kind of offensive to him. But yeah, that got taken down. It was funny though. I ran into Chris Angel over the weekend.
I saw that on your post. Yeah. We
were at the same event, and I was performing actually at Tommy Wynn's Magic Palace, which is a really great new magic venue in town, by the way. The Magic Palace at Tommy Wynn's Theater, kind of wedged in between MGM and Fatburger, I think.
Perfect.
It's right in there. You can't miss it. That's a great new magic venue. If you're looking to see good live magic with really, kind of celebrity magicians. Copperfield's not going to show up, but like other, really good magicians. Magic Palace is the one to check out, and he was there, and I saw him, and I was like, oh man, I want to go say something to Chris. I just want to say hi to him. So I was like, iffy about it all night long because I knew that he was mad a while ago about the thing. I was like, that was years ago. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to go say hi to him. So I walk over just as he's leaving. Of course, it would happen like the second I go to him, he goes to leave. So I'm chasing Chris Angel out the back door at this point because he's not leaving through the front. He's going out the back with his entourage and stuff. And he's leaving, and Tommy's saying goodbye to him and everything. So I finally catch him right at the back door. I'm just like, hey, Chris! And he's just, he was just like, hey, how you doing? Saw you on stage, pretty good. I'm like, oh, cool, man, thanks. He's like, yeah, I remember you being on stage. I'm like, oh, cool, man. Do you remember me though from that paused? And I was like, I'm thinking to myself, I don't think he remembers. And he's like, where would I know you from? And I'm like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. He's like, no, look, I meet people all the time. I meet people every day. Just tell me where I met you. I'm like, you didn't really meet me though. That's the thing. You know what? It's not a big deal. Don't sweat it. He presses the issue. He's like, no, just tell me. Just tell me how I know you, and I'll probably remember you. I'm like, oh, jeez. I'm like, you know what? All right. I feel bad now, but there was this parody video I made a few years ago, and you didn't like it, but I took it down. It was no big deal anymore. I just didn't know if you remembered that whole thing. He's like, and he was cool about it though. I was really surprised. I thought he was gonna just like you're the guy, But he was just like, oh man, I deal with so much of that stuff all the time that I probably remember seeing it or something, or maybe one of my team members told you I didn't like it, but if you took it down, I really appreciate that. You did the right thing.
Well, here, let me refresh your memory.
Here, let me pull it off my phone. There. Now I was really surprised. He had like a really cool attitude about it. I was shocked. I really thought he was going to get really mad the second I brought it up when he didn't remember. Because I'd never actually like officially met Chris. I just heard through his people that he didn't like me very much, which is why he and I have never really been in contact before. So that's why I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna go.
There's a lot of people in town that seem that they don't really like him too much.
There are, and we talked about that too, which is really interesting. We talked about it. Was like we talked. We probably had a good 15-minute conversation outside of there, and yeah, we talked about how there's a lot of guys that don't like him, whatever, and he, I mean, he, it's no secret to him. He knows. He gets it. But he. Like people say to me sometimes, they think because I do parodies and stuff, like, oh man, you must hate Chris Angel. I'm like, no, I don't hate Chris Angel. Like I just think it's funny to, you find something to look. If somebody made a parody of me tomorrow, I would probably laugh at it. Like if you were me, I have a disproportionately loud voice most of the time. If you like walked into a library with a megaphone, like, hey guys, I'm Rob Anderson, I'm my magic show, I think it was hilarious because I get it. I'm loud, I'm ridiculous. It's funny, I get it. But he was just we talked for a while about stuff, and he was just like Eddie, this was what was funny though. He's like you can hate on me all day long, but at the end of the day it doesn't affect me. He says because I'm still gonna go home to my big house and all my cars and everything. And I'm like you know what, you're right. So yeah, just do your thing. Like he was actually like overall though. I mean he was I'll say this, he was genuinely like cool to me. I really thought he was just gonna like lay into like don't come around here, don't come to my show. I don't want to talk to you.
Turn you into a rabbit.
He told me though, yeah, turn you into a rabbit. Yeah, he just told me, he's like, you just got to focus on being like the most positive person you can, and just focus on doing the best you can at what you do. I'm like, dude, I feel you, man. Totally, yeah, I'm on board with that. So I was like pleasantly surprised that Chris was pretty cool to me. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought he was going to be rather upset. Just,
He's so wise, like Yoda.
Yeah, he's like a miniature Buddha covered in hair.
With a terrible. What's that accent from? Is that Jersey?
Chris is from New York, actually. Yep. David's from New Jersey, and Chris is from New York.
There you go. So you do a hidden camera magic show.
I do.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Earlier this year, I just started, I wanted to go out and start doing, I had like all these ideas for how to do magic kind of like undercover. And look, like there have been people doing pranks on YouTube and TV like forever. And I don't know that I necessarily call exactly what I do pranks, although I put prank in the title so people watch the freaking video. But, I wanted to do stuff that I felt was original and interesting, and that I hadn't particularly seen done before, which is hard to do. I mean, I've done some stuff that I found out after the fact, like, oh shoot, this other channel did something like really similar. But I just wanted to sit out and go, I don't know, just do stuff that, I mean, like Valentine's Day, I went out and found single girls and gave them magic roses and stuff. I just magically gave them roses and candy and stuff like that. And, yeah.
Like make it right there, like.
Yeah, that you can, if you search, everybody should go search Rob Anderson on YouTube right now. You should go to youtube.com and search Rob Anderson. That's S-O-N, Anderson. No, but yeah, you can find it on there. I've got a bunch of videos, and I've done stuff like helping the homeless, like giving food to the homeless with magic, giving money, like taking homeless people's money away from them, dressed like a security guard, and changing their $1 bills into 20s and stuff, and giving it back. So, which is great because I don't make enough money to afford to do a lot of videos like that. So,
you bet it in Jesus.
At the end of the day, I'm like, oh man, how much did I spend on this video? I mean, no, I magically turned them from 1s to 20s. So it was a fun video to do. But now I've done a lot of stuff like that, and I'm working on a couple things that are it's got me a lot of like humanitarian sort of accolades, I guess, from like Huffington Post. ABC News has covered some of what I've done and everything. I've even done like a magic marriage proposal video that went kind of big and people watched and it got on TV and stuff, which is cool. But I've got a couple scary kind of things coming out. I don't want to say much about it because there'll be that one guy that does YouTube that's listening that'll like take the idea and do it first. But I've got a really special and hopefully
scary, like the Saw. Scary.
Yeah, like the Saw scare. Like, did you see that killer clown prank that went around?
Yeah, that was. Oh man,
that was
literally nightmares.
That was so great.
I
loved it.
I want to one up that with magic.
That's amazing.
And not a clown, but
my favorite one is the two guys that walk down into like it looks like
Like a parking garage? Is that one?
I don't know if it's a parking. There's two guys walking. They're somewhere out like a drainage thing, like a storm drain or whatever. And like he just takes that big freaking sledgehammer and
Yeah,
smashes
yeah.
that dummy's head, and the brains just splatter everywhere. And these guys just take off running.
It just ran for their lives. Yeah.
It's like I wonder if like there's some people that have like in their, like, so you know how some people faint at the sight of blood. Is there some people like they're in their DNA like they're just afraid of clowns?
Well, clowns are great anyway because people hate them. So when you walk into a dark area and there's one with a chainsaw just waiting for you, it's beautiful.
That was a crazy video.
My best friend Krista hates clowns, and we went into a haunted house one year, and it's one of those ones where they are really good and they kind of wait to see if somebody's name comes up. So they can use it as you're walking through the house, and then they like Krista. So one of the clowns heard her name was Krista, and there was one she spooked out because it's clowns anyway. But then she's walking through, and they're like, "Look, Krista's over there. She's heading towards us." And they're like, I never seen her move, so she's like, "We're getting out of here as fast as we possibly can." Yeah, so I love watching people get scared because of clowns. It's great, and you got Pennywise and Stephen King to thank for that, I think.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all float in here. But is your hidden camera stuff kind of like that Michael Carbonara effect?
Yeah, I've really never seen his show that much, but I think I saw like a couple bits of. Did he basically just do like magic pranks on people in public?
Yeah.
Kind of. It's I think on a smaller scale, but I want to move it up to like a larger scale operation with like some of the stuff that I'm doing now. Yeah, kind of where people don't expect magic to happen, and then magic happens, and it's undercover. And
And then just the looks on their faces like, that's impossible, but you just saw it happen.
It's like I want to take it on a bigger scale. It's like I don't want to mess with people. I want to mess with corporations.
Yeah, we're gonna take
Sit down
down.
McDonald's fry little belt.
Yeah,
That's
So,
my technical word for it. Fry belt.
besides the YouTube stuff, you got any gigs coming up?
yeah. I mean, publicly, I did the Magic Palace just last weekend. I don't really do a whole lot.
The
of
Fat Burger crowd loved it.
They did. They were all about it. It was
crazy.
That $5 fat burger shake, man. That thing is like 898 calories.
That's it. Oh my God.
Trust me, I've memorized it.
Nice. I think the Fat Burger crowd loved it. We were actually taken away from Copperfield's crowd. People were like, David Copperfield, now we're going to watch Rob Anderson Magic Palace next door, because we're right next to MGM. So that wasn't happening. No, that didn't. That is a made up story. But
I totally believed it.
you should have. I'm not that good.
He's good at
Really,
that.
I'm not that
Like
good.
$200 for Copperfield.
Yeah.
Save money. And
Yeah, you save money and get a subpar magic show. So
My friend that was a concierge with me, she went to the David Copperfield show one night, and she came back, and I go, "So what'd you think? It's pretty good, right?" And she goes, "Do you know that he uses that spray on hair?"
that's awesome.
And I'm like, "No,
that's
he
the
doesn't."
first thing.
That's the first thing she said. I go,
That's magic.
I
That's
go,
what
"Why
that
would
is."
you?" I go, "Why would you say that?" She goes, "You can totally tell."
Not that he made a car appear above the heads of two audience members.
Yeah.
Not that he made 13 people disappear from the stage suspended 20 feet from the ground. That he uses spray can hair.
And it's not even the right color.
It doesn't even match.
Imagine eyebrows.
So basically what you're saying is she got the point of the show.
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah. So she's like, "Yeah, I didn't even know they still made that stuff." I go, "They probably don't. He probably gets, he probably gets
Bought
it."
the last.
All those lights must shine off his bald.
Well, she said that's what was making it look weird. She couldn't figure out what was wrong with his hair, and I'm like, so he's making shit happen, and you're like, what's going on up there? It's
You
like,
can see the reflection.
Walked through a fan and disappeared and ended up in the back of the audience. But no, I want to know what's up with the hair
His
first.
hair is totally not believable.
so your YouTube channel can be found where?
Yeah, you can find me on youtube.com/Speed Theory, which is just a weird URL that I made up like 8 years ago when I was more into making a car channel than a magic channel.
You can change that, right?
No, you can't actually. You can't. Once you have a URL, once you have a custom URL, you can't change it.
That's stupid.
Cannot change a custom URL. Easiest thing is just to search Rob Anderson. If you Google my name, Rob Anderson, I'm pretty sure my videos come up in a Google search first before anything. If you search Rob Anderson Magic, I know they will. But yeah,
Or Rob Anderson, Chris Angel.
Yeah, since there's no more Chris Angel videos, I'm curious what would come up actually. If you Google Rob Anderson, Chris Angel, yeah, someone do that. I'm really curious what would come up. But you can go to youtube.com and just search Rob Anderson. I'll come right up. My channel's, my channel and the videos will come right up if you search my name.
She's doing it right now. She's like, let's just see.
I'm curious. I know for a while, if you Googled Chris Angel jewelry, my videos were like the top search results for Chris Angel jewelry for a while. I know that, which I thought was hilarious.
I like how it typed in Rub. Rub Anderson.
Rub It's better than
That's
rib.
going to get you a whole different set of videos.
That's
a totally different set
my
of
main
videos.
job name. You'll find me there too.
I
But
could have found you. Rob Anderson Magic. Here we go. See? I see him. He's right there.
boom.
But you did Rob Anderson Magic, not Rob Anderson Chris Angel.
I did Rob Anderson, Chris Angel. I got Chris Angel Magic Kit revealed.
Oh, that's another video I have. I revealed the secrets within the Chris Angel Magic Kit.
Sexy Street Magic.
Oh, that's actually one that Kayla Morelli and I did.
Kayla Morelli featuring Rob Anderson.
Yeah, that's a funny one. He and I went out dressed like Chris Angel and David Blaine and tried to pick up girls with magic tricks, and hilarity ensued.
This is good. I'm just going to check this out. I like it.
So what else you got going on? Any TV projects? Anything like that?
TV projects. Actually, I'm going to be appearing on Wizard Wars on the Sci-Fi Channel. This season of Wizard Wars on the Sci-Fi Channel. I'll be competing with, alongside Murray Saltchuk. Him and I will be teamed up, I think, August 19th. The series premieres, and we think that we're going to be the lead-in episode. They have not confirmed that yet, but it will be 10 p.m. August 19th for the first episode, and then each week after that. But yeah, Wizard Wars is going to be big. I've got a couple other TV things in the works that, can I mention them yet? I'm not sure if I could officially, I don't think I'm supposed to mention them, but you will definitely be seeing a little more of me on TV in the future. Hopefully by the fall you'll see another show that I'll be on, but you have to wait and see that. I'm going to be, I've done a couple like little commercials. I actually just booked a commercial today that we're shooting on Monday. It's for like a healthcare thing. I don't know.
It's Viagra.
It's Viagra. It's a Viagra commercial.
Burn when you pee.
Got to make money somehow. Had to do
Whatever
something.
pays the bills. Do you have trouble peeing when you have a boner?
Do you know what I would do for a herpes commercial?
Anything that would get me herpes.
Oh, gosh.
I would do a spray on hair commercial.
I should. You know what? I should do a spray on air commercial.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
David Copper.
I'm not just a client.
You probably can't even tell I'm wearing spray on hair. Do you want to look like David Copperfield or?
Copperfield's like, you're welcome. I went back in time and I invented spray on hair and hair implants.
I don't think he's as douchey as Chris
on the
Angel.
I know I
record.
gave him a really horrible.
On the
douchey
record,
laugh.
I don't know if David Copperfield does anything with his hair. So, just in case, because I know he's watching me right now.
Calls out Chris
David.
Angel. Right?
It's like David.
Chris Angel, David Copperfield, every major magician.
I'm not affiliated with these people at all.
These people do not represent me.
I'm just a guest, that's all. I don't feel the same way that they do. Yes, he does.
He totally liked it. He told me.
So, but it was fun having you here during our 80-hour
That was a blast.
marathon.
Man, that was good.
Gave me a break. Mark got to host for an hour.
Yeah, Mark grilled me on my YouTube channel then. I think Penny jumped in and I shut up for the next 20 minutes while Penny went on about something and popped back in to Mark's chagrin.
Yeah.
I think I'm using that word properly. I guess I am. I don't know. But he was, he had a good laugh about that. The second she mentions prank video, I'm like, prank video? I'm back in the conversation. That was a good chat we had.
Yeah,
Had a
it
good
was
time.
fun. Definitely.
Everybody had fun.
For 80 hours and 1 minute. That was,
I think I was there around hour, 30 something?
yeah, 33. Hour 33.
You were kicking then. You were doing good. You were.
Yeah, that was good. That was a lot of Zip Fizz and
If I stopped in 2 days later when the show was still
Moonshine.
going on, I'm not sure how you would have looked at that point. But
well, we had Darius Stone, who co-hosts the show, he came in on Saturday night. He was here 7.5, maybe 8 hours, and he said goodbye like 3 times. See, he'd leave, come back, and like 20 minutes later, he's like, "So I'm out now." I was like, "All right." And then the third time he come back in, he's like, "So yeah, I'm taking off." I'm like, "I've already said goodbye to you 3 times." He said, "Well, fuck you, Crazy Jay." Like, I was like, at this point, I don't care. I've got 21 hours left. It's just like, I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. But I was telling them earlier when Monday came around and Mark showed up. It was like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. We went to get stuff for coffee. He's like, "I'll go." I go, "I want to go too." It was like my escape. It was like, and I hadn't left the house since Friday. So when we walked out into the front yard to get in his truck, I was like,
It's like getting out of solitary confinement.
"Yeah." I'm like, "This is really weird. Should I be out right now?" It was so.
Am I gonna catch on fire?
Yeah, it was so weird. I was like, "This is what it's got to be like when you finally get out of jail."
So what award? Where's the plaque? They should have given you.
They're
something
actually
for that.
still verifying all.
They have to watch all.
They have to make sure it was 80 hours, yeah. And not all of it was video, and not all of it's audio. So there's pictures. We took every hour. We took a picture of the counter that was on the website, so they can see that we actually did it. And then they have a Facebook page. You tag everybody that was involved, and so there's like 127 people that they have to verify and see if, hey, were they there? And then some people have comments on the page, and so. But we broke little records along the way. On their website, they have a bunch of other records you can do. So out of the 7, we did 5, and they've approved all those. So we know they're looking. Those are easy though. Those are really easy, but 80 hours. We're like, and then they show the video of the guy's original attempt, which was 76 hours, and it's a 9-minute video that they posted, and it's puppets. It doesn't even show the 2 DJs. So I was like,
How's that count for anything?
I'm like, how does this count? Like we have all kinds of video of us. We made sure the camera was on us a couple of times so you could see us co-hosting, and then the room was full of people, and it was just like, how is that 9-minute video, unless the same thing they verified and thought that was the funniest clip to put up there. But I was like, it doesn't show the guys from England. I want to see what those, but yeah, it's funny. And their picture is there on the video, but when it clicks, then it turns into the puppets. I was like, what is it? So hopefully we get it.
Possible
You
2
showed
puppets
those
host a show?
puppets, didn't you?
No, I don't think it's possible 2 puppets host the show.
Puppets.
Yeah. So we're like, make sure they know that 1 minute's very important, because if anybody attempts to break it now, it's going to be 80 hours and 2 minutes.
Somebody's gonna do it.
We're coming after it. But yeah, it was like a total of 12 hours of sleep I got out of that.
Wow.
And the funniest was my new dog Gizmo had a neuter appointment on Tuesday, and the lady from the animal hospital called Monday afternoon. So I'm like, "Hey, let's take a call," and I didn't know who it was. And I'm like, "Rock and Comedy Show, you're on the air," and she's like, "Hi, we're just calling to confirm Gizmo's neuter appointment on Tuesday," and I'm like, "He'll be there." So like,
This crazy character.
So like the joke, like all day Monday was like, "Well, don't forget tomorrow at 8 a.m. you have to take Gizmo." People were saying it in the chat room, or they were calling and saying, "Don't forget your dog has to get neutered on Tuesday." Yeah, I know. And they're like, "How's it gonna get done? You're gonna be sleeping." I'm like, "I won't." Like, but I brought him home. He was so drugged he wouldn't even lay down. He was just dazed, and he's just standing there. So I just grab him and I just take him into my room with me, and I'm like, next day it's like Wednesday afternoon we wake up.
So you both just passed out for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're like done, because he was so tired too. Because he's so interactive with everybody that comes in. He wants to see, and then by Sunday he's like, just go. I don't want to see anybody. He was so tired. It was so hilarious.
Couldn't you have scheduled the dog's neutering appointment for not immediately after
Well, this
your 80-hour radio?
the neuter appointment was scheduled before the genius idea came in. Let's break this world record. So, but no, it was so fun. I won't do it anytime soon, but I could do it again.
Let's go. You got to really one up it. You got to go. Let's go for 81 hours.
We were saying 100 if we did it again. If we did 100, if we're doing it again, it's got to be really obtainable next time. Like, you're not touching
triple
it.
digits.
Yeah. It's been 3 weeks. They're still going. When is it going to end?
Please make it stop.
Could someone drag Jay's carcass out of
Yeah. Please, can somebody just go in there with a gun and just shoot them? But we had one listener that said she listened and watched starting at the 12th hour, and she just kept it on the whole time.
Wow.
She goes, we'd go to bed and we would mute it, and the first thing we'd do in the morning is get up to see if you guys were still alive. We're like, yeah, we're here. And she goes, and it was great watching you guys get worse and worse, and you couldn't talk, and you were starting to just mess up, and we're like, yeah, we know, we heard
What
it.
was I talking about?
Yeah, we heard it. So and then she's like, you could tell when you were tired because that's when when more music was played than anything else, and we're like, that's because we were losing our voice, you know.
Yeah, I'm not lazy.
Yeah. So, but it was fun. It was definitely a good time, and having all the magicians in 1 hour was pretty cool, which is a record now. By the way.
And record of 0 magic tricks being done during the record amount of magicians being there in 1
Well,
hour.
Penny did make that entire bag of little tiny peanut butter cups disappear.
One magic trick! Boom!
I want to beat that record.
She's like, I don't like these peanut butter cups. then she told us to move the bowl from her. Then we moved the bowl from her, and then she had people give me some more. Then it was,
Like, I just performed magic on a pizza a minute ago. I had no idea.
it's all gone. But Rob, thanks for being here. It was fun.
Thanks for having me.
And guys, find him on YouTube and
You can
enjoy the videos.
search Rob Anderson. That's R. Oh, yeah, I'm just
R-U-B, Rub.
Rob Anderson. Yeah, you'll get my alter ego. if
You get
search
Rob Anderson, the porn site.
Yeah. Go to Google, search Rob Anderson. Somebody tell me what comes up. I'm not gonna. I don't want to find out.
I'm not doing it again. Somebody else has to do it.
Yeah, it's Rob with an O Anderson on YouTube.
But again, thanks for being here. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, Jenny's got the news,
Yeah,
and we'll be back, everybody.
it's been a pleasure.
Monday morning, you sure look fine.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
Friday